What's up, guys? This is Tabletop Vibes, and today we're taking a look at Crown Battles by Ant Fun Games. Jason, what did you think?
So I did not win the crown. Unfortunately, Adam, he totally took the crown.
I was gonna wear it, but I can't get it out of my head.
So no, Crown Battles, a fun game, trick-taking card game at its core. You know, you're going to be dealing with the land of orcs and humans and elves and taurons and dragons and golems as they vibe in order to claim victory in battles, to
epic quests.
Yes. To showcase your dominance in a card game.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this game, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be starting the round, and this is one of these games where you're going to be placing bids. So you're going to have to be right in these bids for trick-taking card games. And you're going to be placing your bid at the beginning of the round. We like the blind variant. That was fun.
Well, and then to go back real quick, there's a ton of variants. So unlike like standard like spades trick taking where you're just playing by suit, highest card wins, trump card trumps. The trump card changes every round, depending on how many players you play and how many cards and how many rounds that is. So usually it's 13 rounds, I believe. And unless you're playing a 2-player variant, and it changes with cards, rounds, things like that, and then it plays up to 8 players. But all the cards, different cards you add, which are specialty cards, the normal cards, golems, dragons, trump cards, things like that. So there's like so much variations that you can add into the game. And so before we jump into how to play, I'll go over some of these variations because there's a bunch of them, which is super cool. So we got Precision Strike. We really like Precision Strike. Because you have different factions and you're trying to claim how many bids of each of that faction that you would then have.
So in the base game, it's normally just one bid for everything. Right. This one is that you potentially have 4 different factions or suits, and you gotta try to be right.
Red,
yellow and blue. And you gotta, or orcs, humans, elves, and taurons.
Right.
And you gotta be right, or try to be right in each one specific, individually.
Right, because every one that you're not, you get negative points, but every one that you are, you get positive points, but you get bonus of 20 if you can nail all of the ones that you're trying to get.
Right.
So you have Precision Strike, we love that one. Yeah. There's also Wagering, which is really fun. You're betting on how much you think you're going to take, and if you're accurate, and then you get paid out or not.
Right, and I think actually the wagering idea solves a problem with a lot of trick-taking card games, especially one of my favorite ones, Wizard, where the idea is that you could be right the entire game, but you could actually lose because maybe you're right because you get low cards the whole game, so you just don't get those cards that give you a lot of tricks to give you a lot of points.
Yeah.
The nice thing about wagering is you could basically like double or triple down on, I really know I'm going to be right, even though I'm not going to win many tricks, but that kind of gives you that extra bonus points throughout the game to kind of keep you in the run.
Right, and it makes it more fun because you're not continually losing because you don't know how to bid correctly. or you're too aggressive, or not aggressive enough, or can't get anything right, or all of the above.
Right. I still think at its core, if you go more than 0 points in this game, that's awesome. I mean, keep away from the negatives and you're succeeding.
You also have parallel battles. You can then bid on multiples.
Right, and I actually haven't seen this.
That's
in
pretty
games
cool.
Before. This is really
neat. That.
Right, so normally in a trick-taking card game, you all play down a card, you see how it works, you resolve that, you pull away the trick.
Right.
With the duel battles, you're actually playing multiple tricks throughout the round.
Right.
And the trick is only resolved when, let's say you play with 4 people, it's resolved when you get 4 cards.
Right.
So you can actually play 2 cards down in 2 successful rounds to really kind of close out that trick. But it is kind of nice that you could say, yeah, I'm going to abandon that because it's not going to work for my strategy. I'm going to go to a different one. It really adds a lot more complexity in strategy.
So there's that variant. Okay, there's also extended battles. There's leaked plans. And again, we're not going to go into every single one of these, so you have more fun things to discover. And you don't have to listen to us talk for that long.
Exactly.
Memory battles, those are pretty cool. Missions, we played missions as well. You get dealt 5 missions apiece. Every round, there's a huge stack of mission cards. You're picking one and trying to tailor it to what you think your bids. Either be like, win the first 3 bids, don't take the first 3 bids, only take 2 bids, or take 2 between 2 and 3 bids. Stuff like all this different kind of missions to do.
It kind of gives you another thing to focus on, but if you lose the mission, then you also lose points. So you really do have to pick something to get.
You also have dual battles.
That was really cool.
Secret battles. And we got secret missions.
Right.
And then standard battles.
Well, and you forgot there's also an alliance variant.
Yes.
So with the alliances, it kind of takes the normal rules, but now you get a teammate. But the dealer gets to choose who the teammates are.
Right.
So they can definitely change every
because
round.
if you're seeing that people have good synergy and you're like, well, I'm not going to have that happen again with you guys just dominating.
Right. So, and then you have to win in the combined bid that you both do with the combined tricks.
Right. So if I put 2 for red, Jason puts 3 for red, well, now together we have to combine 5.
But in just like spades, you can't talk about it.
So there's no talking about it.
Yeah.
And then you can add secret missions into that, and you can add wagering into that. Like, you can stack upon the base game and add all these cool variants, stealth battles, split battles, and then you can do alliances, alliance secret missions, alliance precision strike. Like, right, so again, there's just so many variants that you can add, and like once you play the base game, you're just going to want to add all these fun different things in to make it more exciting and cutthroat. Yeah, so we had a blast. So you're literally going to deal out the cards based off of player count, and then you're playing a normal trick-taking game with the fact that dragons and golems are really powerful, and then you have specialty cards.
Oh, and then peasants.
And peasants.
And then peasants, which are nothing, of course, because they're peasants.
Zeros.
They can't do anything.
But that's cool, because if your whole thing is to then, throw off suit, or your goal is to not take any tricks, it's a way you can do it.
Exactly.
And then there's specialty cards, like Cursed, Merchant, or Steal and stuff.
Thief. Kept stealing my tricks.
Yeah, but if you don't play it correctly, you could really mess up yourself. Because again, you're assigning, like if you get a yellow trick, you put it into your yellow bucket in a sense. But if you trump it with a trump card, you can put it into any bucket you have.
But you do have to assign it to a bucket.
Right, you have to assign it to red, blue, green, or yellow. And then the hard part is, if you then win another one somewhere else, like I put down that I was going to win 3 yellows. Well, I was doing great, and then Jason threw off, and I played my steel card at the wrong time, and I stole yellow, and then I gained a yellow, and then now I just busted. Right. So like, there's just all this cool back and forth.
Right. So I really get the feel of this game. Took all the great things that you get in trick-taking card games, a lot of variants of trick-taking card games,
Spades, Wizard, just like,
and really kind of got answers for a lot of the struggles that you may have with those games or the imbalances.
Right.
So props to the creator. Really nice one, lots and lots of variants, so you don't kind of get bored with the same old sequence. I mean, I think what you said, it was like 13 variants or something like that.
13 variants minus the Alliance expansion.
Yeah.
And so, it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. There's a standard version. There's going to be a deluxe version with a cool round tracker. And then you have the expansion pieces for the alliances. You get, like, once you have faction houses that you're putting out your little tokens on. And so again, it's a blast, a ton of fun, a whole lot of replayability, and it can play up to 8 players, which then just makes more chaos and more fun in all of those areas. And you can stack variants on top of each other.
Exactly.
So again, it's coming to Kickstarter really soon, so make sure you keep a lookout. As always, like, subscribe, comment on your favorite trick-taking game currently, because this could be your next one. As always, want to thank our sponsors, Noble Knight Games, for sponsoring this video, and we're TabletopVibes, and we'll check you next time.